Dr. Curry has joined us.
I see that Dr. Curry has joined us. Did we want to give one more minute for President Lopez, or do we want to go ahead and commit?
I think let's, if we give another minute, and if she doesn't come on within the next minute, we have to move forward. So Trustee Lopez just messaged me and said she needs a couple more minutes.
Okay, so I'm ready whichever way. Dr. Curry, would you like us to commence with the initial roll call and the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, I think
Trustee Lopez.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. So yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so we will now officially call this board meeting for December 14th, 2021, officially begun at 4:05. Ms. Edwards, who is standing in on behalf of Ms. Paula, can we please do the roll call?
It's not being recorded.
Trustee Ramos.
I hit, one moment, please. Thank you. It was originally, it must have been stopped. Okay, can we begin the roll call again? Very sorry.
Okay, Trustee Ramos.
Present.
Trustee Calhoun.
Present.
Dr. Little.
Present.
Trustee Lopez.
The roll call to our Pledge of Allegiance. Trustee Calhoun, would you please do us the honors?
Yes. As they say, right hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Now we will move to item 2, approval of our special board meeting agenda. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
So it was moved by Trustee Ramos and seconded by Trustee Calhoun to approve our special board meeting agenda. Ms. Edwards, may we please have the vote?
Trustee Ramos.
Aye.
Trustee Calhoun.
Aye.
Dr. Little.
Aye.
Trustee Lopez.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item 3. Item 3.01, request to address the Board of Trustees for open session agenda matters. Ms. Edwards, do we have any requests? I see that in the chat. If I can just remind people the procedures, because we are on Zoom, that you can either put the request in via chat, and I see one request. Are there any others?
Or they can raise their hand, correct? I don't know.
They can hit the raised hand, but I don't see any. Thank you for the clarification. They can either do it in chat or do the raised hand, and if they're calling on the phone, they can hit number 9. So in terms of Ms. Christine's iPhone, it says that you would like to request to speak on item 5. So Dr. Curry, for clarification, we're not yet at item 5, so can we have comment for item 5 at this point?
She can speak on it now. She can speak on it now, or she can speak on it again when the item comes in front of the board. So it's up to the speaker.
Okay, so Christine, would you prefer to speak now?
Yes, thank you. I would prefer.
Please go ahead, you have the floor. My apologies, but you are not very clear. It seems like you're going in and out a little bit.
Better now? Hello?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Please commence. And we remember that we have 3 minutes
Okay.
comment.
Thank you, President of the Board, Dr. Curry, and the trustees, the Compton College Board of Trustees. I appreciate your time. My name is Christine Barboza, and I am a teacher at Paramount High School. I've been teaching there for 31 years, and I've seen so many students come through my classroom and go to Compton College and just have a great, time there, a great experience. Presently, I have a few students, probably around 5 or 6, who are in the Administration of Justice program through Compton College. And they take their classes at Paramount High School with Compton College professors. And some of my kids today were saying with pride that, yeah, miss, when we graduate, we're not only going to have a high school diploma, we're going to have an associate, an AA degree. And it was like so great. And I told them, you guys are going to save so much money on college and tuition. And that's really why I'm here today to talk to you, because that story resonates with me. And it also resonates with one of the candidates that you're going to be interviewing tonight in Miss Juanita Doppelmoore for that provisional Board of Trustees seat of Area 4, which covers Paramount. Ms. Doppelmoore is a champion for students who are trying to find ways to afford college. Ms. Doppelmoore serves on the board of the California Student Aid Commission and works to find ways to support homeless students as well as those experiencing food insecurity. She tirelessly gives her time to the cause of connecting financial aid to students in need. For this and for so many other reasons, Ms. Doppelmoore would be a valuable addition to this esteemed Board of Trustees. In this era of me, Ms. Doppelmoore is more concerned about the we. Her vigorous community advocacy and her servant's heart are exactly what the students of Compton Community College need right now. I hope you will mindfully consider Ms. Juanita Doppelmoore as your next Board of Trustee representing Area 4. Our students and our communities need her. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much also for your comments. I appreciate it. I see another request by Mr. Lewis Rappinger to have comment. Mr. Rappinger, are you on the line?
I am, yes, hello. Yeah, I do have a comment.
You have 3 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Board of Trustees for allowing me to come in, and thank you for allowing me to speak. I am coming in to speak on behalf of one of your, for your consideration for appointment for Juanita Doppelmoore as well. She is a pillar in our community, and she would be a great asset to your community college as well. While being a pillar in our community, she does do a lot for students as well as for homeless students, as well as she is a veteran, so she understands veteran students as well. So I think that would be a great asset to your school. That's basically all that I have, and thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you so much for considering Juanita. So we appreciate you.
Thank you as well so much, Mr. Rappinger, as well as Ms. Christine, for both of your comments. We truly appreciate it. Are there any other requests? I don't see any hands up. Heather, do we have any hands up requests?
I do not see any hands up or comments in the chat.
Okay. So we will now move on to item 3.02, which are future agenda items requests by Board of Trustees. So we will go in the order. Trustee Ramos, do you have any requests for future agenda items?
No requests. Thank you.
You're welcome. Trustee Calhoun,
Not at this time, no.
Trustee President Lopez,
None at this time, thank you.
and I do not have any requests. At this time, I would like to return the order of the meeting to our President Sonia Lopez, as we move into item number 4. And I would just like to say that I would like to recognize our esteemed prior board member, Dr. Deborah LeBlanc, who has joined us as we go through this very important process. Thank you so much, Dr. LeBlanc, for joining us as well. So Trustee Lopez, if you would like, I can turn over the meeting.
Thank you. So we are now on item. Thank you. Moving on to item number 4, interviews of selected candidates for Compton Community College District, Area 4. And so for item 4.01, interview of selected candidate for Compton CCD Trustee Area 4 vacancy. The following trustee Dr. Deborah LeBlanc submission of resignation from this board with a deferred effective date of November 17th, 2021. This board adopted a resolution on November 16th, 2021 to initiate the process for making a provisional appointment of a board member to continue until the next regular election of members of the board. The district advertised the provisional appointment and received applications from interested individuals with the deadline of December 1st, 2021. The applicant who was qualified based on their application materials were invited to this meeting to be interviewed by the board. The board members have reviewed the statement submitted by the candidate. We have not discussed any of the candidates before this meeting. Today, we will interview the selected candidate for this provisional appointment. The candidate will have up to 3 minutes to make an opening statement. Please keep in mind that we have read your materials, so tell us things we don't already know about you. After your opening statement, you will have 25 minutes to answer the board's questions, which you have already received. You should expect to take no more than 2 minutes to answer each of the board's 7 questions. I will recognize individual members of the board to ask the questions. Finally, the candidate will have up to 2 minutes to make a closing statement. The timekeeper will alert you with a sign when you have 1 minute left, and again when you have 30 seconds remaining with respect to each question as your opening and closing statements. Juanita Doppelmore, please unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you, Chair Lopez. Good evening, and
Thank
members of
you.
the board.
Before you begin your process, I do want to highlight board members. There are 7 questions, and in order of lottery, if we can start with District 1 to do the first question and then go proceeding, we would skip Area 4 and jump to Area 5, and then we will rotate again. So not everybody will have the opportunity to ask 2 questions, but you will have the opportunity to ask at least 1. If there are any follow-ups based on their responses, I do ask that you raise your hand or you just let me know, and we will most definitely, I will be able to call on you. Before we proceed, do we have any questions of the trustees before I give the floor to the candidate?
Yes, I have a question that's not on that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Trustee Cohen?
Yes, I just wanted, because we did discuss, if we had another question that was up there, we could ask it, correct?
Yes, that's what I said. That's why I said if there's a question after or as a follow-up, just raise your hand and flag it for me and I will call on you.
Repeat that again?
So if you have, for example, if you have an additional question that's not one of the 7 pre-prepared,
Right.
that could be a follow-up question based on a response provided, or it could be a whole new question. please let me know, and then I will call on your name.
Whole new question. It's not a
Susie?
follow-up.
If you want to ask a new question,
Yes.
yeah, I just flag it for me after the 7, and then I would call on you. We would
Okay.
first go through the first 7.
Okay.
All right. So first up, we have District 1. If you would like to ask, oh, actually, I apologize. Ms. Applemore, you can do your introduction. And if we can have the clock for our timekeeper. Who would be doing this, Dr. Curry?
Heather's sharing the screen.
She's currently sharing the questions.
Heather, you can share your screen and then we can share the clock as well.
I'm trying to find a clock. I was not prepared to do board docs. Hang on 1 second, please.
Oh, I have a question, President Lopez.
Yes.
Since we have a copy of the questions with us, do the questions have to be displayed on the screen?
No, they don't. So Heather, if you just want to do the clock, that could be it. I do want to confirm, Ms. Doppelmar, you have the questions readily available as they're calling out number 1 or number 2 or being read. You do have them accessible, correct?
Yes, Chair Lopez, I do.
Got it. Heather, if you want, the clock is fine. Thank you, Trustee Cowan.
Mhm.
All right. Ms. Doppelmar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair Lopez. Good evening, members of the board, chair, president, and the Compton Community College board and the members of the community. Thank you for this opportunity to meet with you this evening. My name again is Juanita Dopplemore, and I'm seeking an appointment for the Compton Community College Board of Trustees Area 4 vacant position. I'm a resident of North Long Beach and a U.S. Army veteran, a mother, and a community advocate, as well as a life learner. I'm a native of California, born and raised in South Central LA. I'm also a first-generation college student, and I served 4 years of active duty in Germany, as well as 4 years in the reserve. I'm also a longtime advocate, a Girl Scout troop leader. I'm also passionate about the youth and helping the youth and students of our community better their lives through education. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Okay, that's good.
Area 1, if you could take the first question, please.
The first question is, why are you interested in becoming a member of the Board of Trustees?
Yes, thank you, Board Member Ramos. Why am I interested in becoming a member of the Board of Trustees for the Compton Community College? Well, first of all, I think it's really my background and my experience has prepared me for such an opportunity as this. This is a great opportunity. It gives me the opportunity to work closer within the members of the community, as well as students and families that are looking to attend college, whether they are whether they are an incoming freshman, a transfer student, or if they are an adult that is looking to reclassify themselves. I'm also an adult learner myself. During COVID, I've decided to return back to school and complete my bachelor's degree myself. I have a senior in high school that will be graduating this year. So I also understand what parents and students are going through as they are going through the college application process and also applying for their FAFSA and seeking funding for education. Also, I said I am being appointed to the California Student Aid Commission by the Speaker, Anthony Rendon. Those discussions of barriers that students and the community is facing right now with discussing college affordability and CalFresh and homeless students. Those are some of the same questions and discussions that we're having on the CSAC Commission. I feel that those discussions can be also valuable and assist the students that are in the college, the Compton College Community College community as well. So that's why I feel that my interest in seeking this position here tonight. Thank you.
I do want to give an opportunity. Is there
What, to
any
wind down?
follow-ups?
Should we follow up with questions related to number one now, or do you want each of us to ask the same question? President Lopez,
Area 2 would go to number 2.
can we follow up on number one if we
Yes.
have additional information? And in what order do you want us to do that?
As we're in that question, the time clock could stop because the speaker is done. So if there's a follow-up, yes, this would be the space that you would do it.
Okay, so it would go next to Trustee Calhoun to ask if she has any follow-up to that initial question.
Yes, I'm opening it up to the board members, so I won't individually call you like I normally do in each of the board meetings. So you would have to highlight to me and let me know.
Okay.
Since Dr. Little has a follow-up question for the question for number one, Dr. Little, please do your follow-up, and then I will go after you. Let's do the follow-up.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure the process. Thank you so much. Thank you again so much for your consideration and for putting your application in, Ms. Doppelmoore. Just as a follow-up to your reasoning, thank you for sharing about your personal, both being a lifelong learner as well as being a parent who's both going back to school and having a senior. In addition to your own personal educational, what else is motivating you in terms of the impact on our students or on the broader community through your service to this board?
Trustee Little, I'm sorry, if you could please, can you restate the question, please? And
So
I'm just asking because I want to make sure that I answer the question, please. Thank you.
Right. As you're answering the reason why you're considering this board, you shared a lot of wonderful, both personal, as a parent, as a student yourself, interests, but I also wanted to ask in terms of your motivation as it relates to how the community will what you think would be most important for the college as it relates to serving our community. Some reasons why you are running to help enhance that.
And I'm sorry, again, with repeating the question, I didn't get all of what you said because you were going in and out. So if you do not mind, if you could repeat it again. I know you're asking about the motivation. I heard that part, and service and servicing the members of the community.
Yes.
The Compton College community.
Beyond your own personal motivation, can you please share any thoughts that you may or may not have in terms of service to our broader community?
Trustee Little, I believe that's also part of the second question.
Yeah.
So the second question is, please describe your public service and community involvement and the skills you would bring to the board.
It's a different question that I'm asking, but we can move on to that. I was asking beyond the personal motivation for running. Oftentimes you want to serve the community as well. So that's why I was asking.
Chair Lopez, I mean, I can take that. I would speak and answer Dr. Little's question. I would say beyond my own personal, beyond my own personal motivations for running, some of the discussions and some of the conversations around, college affordability. There are a lot of things that have come, to the light and surfaced as of COVID. And I would say that I really believe in education. And again, myself, knowing, the challenges, not just with the students, but also with adults that are having to go back and reclassify themselves. And, you're working a job, you're trying to go to school, and you're also trying to pay for your family. Well, education is one of those ways to unlock poverty. It opens up so many opportunities, and being able to serve the students as well as the community, I feel that I can be an advocate that can, that they can relate to, they can see themselves. So if I can do it, so can they, right? And then that information a lot of times is power. Some of the challenges, or things that I have, faced as well. A lot of times it's because, having a mentor, having, access to that information to kind of help you make the best decision. And I feel that a service to the community, that is one thing, that I would be, the ideal person to helping them to, to be able to do that for the community as well as students. So thank you. I hope that answers the question.
You did perfectly answer the question, because I think that many of us are really interested in understanding some of the core issues that trustees have to grapple with. And I think college affordability and access to education are both very important. So thank you for your answer.
Trustee Calhoun.
Well, with what she just answered, it looked like she answered a couple of these questions already. So I'm going to go down to number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. I thought you had a follow-up.
No, I don't have a follow-up.
Okay, got it.
I'm doing the questions. Dr. Little had the follow-up, not me.
Yes. So area 2, you're right.
Right. But because in her answer that she just gave, she has answered some of these questions that we were going to ask. So I'm going to skip down to.
Sorry, Trustee Calhoun. I
Yeah.
think we need to stay within the order of the questions, even though we might perceive that the questions were answered, the questions were provided, and she should be provided the opportunity to answer those questions as they were provided. And so I think you might want to keep the direction with the questions and go through the 7.
Erin, are we able to deviate or
Yep, downstairs.
just
It's
given
okay. It's okay.
And I'm having fun.
Service on the board requires a significant amount of time for meetings, studying issues, and other activities. Erin can ask that question after she answers this one. And other activities. How much time do you anticipate you will have to devote to the board? And what other commitments do you have?
Yes. Thank you, Trustee Calhoun.
You're welcome.
You're very, thank you again for the opportunity as well. Service on the board, and preparing, for meetings and activities, and things that take place outside of the board meeting, the preparation for that as well, studying the material. I understand that, I think that the clock didn't start from 0 because I'm already at 2 minutes. I can,
As I understand.
if we do like maybe like 4, if you do 4.5, I'll be okay with that. I just don't think it started at 2.
so for this section, we have 25 minutes to ask all 7. So there isn't a 3-minute response for each one, which I had read in the beginning. So we have a lot of time to ask all 7 questions.
Okay,
So the clock is just more of a reference point when we're done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chair Lopez. Trustee Calhoun, I'm sorry. To answer to the question, going back to the question, this isn't something that I seeking to apply for this position. It's not something that I've, taken lightly. I understand that, I'm not hosting a community event. I'm not putting together a meeting, for my neighborhood association. I totally understand that. And I'm thinking that I believe that it should be about 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours, like with meeting prep for a special meeting, should be enough time to, in total for the meeting and prepare for the meeting and notes and, those type of things. And, outside events and activities outside of the board, it just depends on, how long it takes to connect with members of the community at whatever event, that I'm attending. And also too, if there is, another meeting or another, say workshop or something that has to be attended, I'm prepared to give my full time and dedication to the board of the trustee for the Compton Community College. If selected, I'm prepared to do so. And my other obligations, I would say, as I mentioned, my daughter is graduating from high school this year. So my obligations and involvement with running a Girl Scout troop, that is kind of, winding down. And as it relates to the neighborhood association, my co-leader or my co-chair, I'm sorry, has prepared to take over the leadership roles for the Collins Neighborhood Association. And the other commissions, the Veteran Affairs Commission, as well as the CSAC Commission, those meeting agendas the calendar for those meetings are pretty much set. And I'm, like I said, if selected or appointed, I am prepared to dedicate the time and resources to the Compton Community College Board of Trustee Area 4 position. Thank you.
Board members, do you have any follow-up before we go to the next one? And I will read number 2, because I think the one that was just read, that Trustee Calhoun shared with me is she read number 3. So I'll read, please describe your public service and community involvement and the skills you would bring to the board.
Yes, thank you, Chair Lopez. My public service and my community involvement and skills that I would bring to the board, I would say with public service, I'm presently, like I said, I'm a veteran. So I'm presently serving on the Veteran Affairs Commission, representing the 9th District. I have identified the research, what we do on that board. One of the things that I like is there are so many resources and organizations that provide resources to veterans. And one of the things that we do is we identify all of those resources and see how those resources can help meet the needs of our area veterans. On the CSAC Commission as well, we partner with community-based organizations as well to assist students and parents with applying for FAFSA and attending college workshops as well. So those are just some of the public service things that I have done. The community involvement, like I've mentioned, I am the founder of the Collins Neighborhood Association. And one of the things that we're most proud of that we did during the pandemic was that we were one of the first neighborhood associations in the area to bring COVID vaccines to the residents in the 9th District. We also continue today still to provide food distributions for those for the residents as well. We also partnered with the health department to provide tablets and hotspots to our residents as well. So that is the community involvement part. And the skills, I'll say, by trade, I know, I'm a global service analyst, and in my job, I've been there for 30 plus some years. And I think that my experience with critical thinking experience has helped me to be able to conduct problem solving and be able to gather resources. So I'm very resourceful, and I am not afraid of a challenge in solving some of the tough problems, especially those that the students that are attending college that are facing today. And that's all I have. Thank you, Chair Lopez.
No problem. Thank you. I didn't see any board members flag any follow-ups, so we can go to question number 4. Dr. Little?
Sure. So I'll go to question number 4. What is your understanding of the primary responsibilities of the board, and what would be your responsibility to the board as a trustee?
Thank you, Trustee Little. My understanding of the primary responsibilities of the board are it's the opportunity to provide educational opportunities to our students, whether they are incoming freshmen, adult learners such as myself, students that are presently existing that are looking to transfer, and or those students that are seeking a degree or a certificate from one of the many certification programs. Of course, governed through policy. The board also employs the president and the CEO. And in that position, the CEO is the leader of the Compton Community College. Also, I'm to act as a community bridge. So creating and reducing and eliminating the barriers that our students are presently facing, define the standards and policies of operations, ensure a fiscal health and stability of the college, maintain good personal relationships, and monitor the institution's performance, and not to be a leader, but be a member of this team. And also the other part of the question is, what would be my responsibility to the Board of Trustees? My responsibility to the members, my fellow members of the Board of Trustees, is to show up for the meetings and be prepared and to be on time. And also to be engaged, be an active member to whatever subcommittee or board that I'm presently working on, is to provide a different perspective and to assist my fellow board members for that subcommittee that we're on. And also I would say that I'm also to be an advocate for the students and the constituents that would represent the Area 4 seat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're on mute, Trustee Lopez.
I apologize. We will pivot back to District 1 for the next question.
Please discuss your understanding of the differences between the roles of the president, CEO, and other administrators, and the role of the board.
Trustee Ramos, that would be number 5, correct?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you. My understanding is that the president and the CEO is actually the CEO, the president of the board, he actually is in charge, and he basically runs the community college, and the policies and the policies and the procedures and the initiatives of the Compton Community College, he oversees the administrators and those in that position. And there is a dotted line relationship between the board and the CEO. And we actually, the members of the board, actually what we do is we carry out whatever those initiatives are. And the CEO is actually, he provides oversight to the other faculty as well as the administrators. And that's all I have for that question. Trustee Ramos.
Thank you.
Trustee Area 2, question number 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whom would you feel you are representing if you are appointed to the Board of Trustees?
If appointed as Trustee Calhoun, if appointed as the Board of Trustees, I'm actually responsible for, and I have a relationship to the constituents of Area 4 to provide them with information, access, and any other information as it relates to the Compton Community College. And that information comes back and is brought to my fellow board members as well.
See no follow-ups. Please provide your understanding of the relationship between the Board of Trustees and the administrators, faculty, classified staff, and students of the college.
Chair Lopez, I'm sorry, if you could just give me one moment, please. Okay, thank you. My understanding of the relationship between the Board of Trustees and the administrators, faculty, classified staff, and the students of the college. The Board of Trustees is to ensure that their I'm sorry, this is not the students, this is the administrators, faculty, staff, and the students as well. So we're to provide oversight, and we're supposed to advocate at the if needed, advocate at the state level. Also to ensure that the university, I'm sorry, at the community college is solvent. We're supposed to have a great working relationship amongst each other, and let me see, this is not the same. If I could take a moment and come back to that question, please. If I could take a moment and come back to that question, Chair Lopez.
Of course. Area 5, board member.
Yes. So as we get to the final predetermined question, it is asking, what do you see as the major issues facing the community college, Compton College in particular, or just community colleges as well in general in the next decade, and really, again, issues facing both our district, Compton Community College District, and any others?
Okay, thank you, Trustee Little. What do I see? First, I would take the issues facing community college. What I see as some of the major issues facing the community college is that college affordability. I know that we have not just California, but other community colleges as well. We offer the college promise, which is great, and that's amazing. But looking at the true cost of attendance, we have students that are facing food insecurities. We have students that are, or that are homeless and trying to attend college. So college affordability, that is, something, some of the major challenges I would say that is facing the community college overall. Some of the issues that I see that are facing Compton Community College, I would say, is that being prepared to deal with the learning loss that students are facing as we are, winding down and coming, out of the COVID pandemic. We have students that are coming back into society and facing so many other challenges as well. Depression. We also have the issue of the digital divide. I know that laptops or tablets is something that is, that is being provided, but overall, do we have, and I would say this is maybe more in line because it happens, it covers all. So maybe this is more with the community college, but with having that infrastructure for students to secure a stable internet connection. So that's something that's great to have a device and have a hotspot, but if you aren't able to connect, that's something that our students are, are facing. So I was just saying, being prepared on both sides with some of the issues that were brought to light because of the pandemic, and just seriously think about what are the best ways to eliminate and reduce the barriers and the challenges that students will face as they return back to in-person learning, and or for those that will continue to serve online.
Thank you very much.
I think it was
number 6, I believe.
you wanted to go back to? Yes.
Yes, please. Thank you. So the Board of Trustees and the administrators and faculty and classified staff and the college students, those, I would think of those as like, those are like our internal customers, right? So the what is some of the concerns, whether the concern is low enrollment, some of the issues that students might face on the community college, for example. Some of those issues and some of those concerns, they might come and be an agenda item on the board. So it is up to the board to come up with solutions to best serve our internal customers, which would be the classified staff or the faculty or the college students. And those are things that we, as the Board of Trustees, will come together to collectively decide what is the best way to serve our internal customers. And the person that will carry out the day-to-day operation with that would be the board president and the CEO. And that's what I have on that. Thank you so very much.
Okay, I have question number 4, correct, Ms. President?
Yes.
Lopez? All right. Question number 4. What do you see as the major educational issues facing California community colleges in the next 3 to 5 years?
Trustee Calhoun, I think you still have the wrong paper.
I do?
Yes, according to board docs, number 4 is, what is your understanding of the primary responsibilities of the board? What would be your responsibility to the board as a trustee?
Oh, see, on mine is number 3. I'm sorry.
And those questions, I think that question was answered.
Answer. Yes.
All of the 7 questions have been answered. So maybe we could go to additional questions.
And I have an additional question.
Trustee Calhoun.
Yes. My question is, what do you know about Compton College? That's not on your paper.
I understand, Mr. Trustee Calhoun, I was just kind of putting them
Oh,
in order and trying to get something so I can write down your question.
all right, no problem.
So the question is, what do I know?
About Compton College.
Well, I will tell you, Ms. Calhoun, thank you so very much for that question. I will start and say, I'll tell you what I say about Compton Community College and how I describe Compton Community College. I describe Compton Community College as a diamond in the rough. I say all the time, I tell people not to sleep on Compton Community College. I also say that from what I've seen is that Compton Community College has a program and they offer a program of success for their incoming freshmen to enter, obtain their associate's degree, and matriculate onto a four-year university or college if they choose to. And I also know that there are some other programs that are offered. I know that from what I've seen, I believe it's Oliver, and I do apologize, the name of the College Promise program. I'll say that was really what has got me originally got me started following Compton Community College was the College Promise program that is offered. I understand that there is also a summer bridge program that is offered to students when after, say, for example, after they graduate. There is a summer bridge program that helps students in between from graduating from high school into summer to kind of do a little pre-prep and kind of get their mind right to take on that next challenge or step for college. And I will say, as serving and being on the California Student Aid Commission with one of our longtime former commissions, she always was a champion of summer melt. That's what they call it in that arena. And when I saw that with the College Promise program, I said that I think Compton College got it right, because what you're doing is you're engaging the students during that time of summer so that they do not kind of take a hiatus, and they're better prepared in the fall. So what do I know about Compton Community College? I also know that there was a lot of press when our First Lady Michelle Obama attended, and she came and she spoke at Compton Community College. There are great things happening in the city of Compton, and I'm looking forward to working more closely and being on a board of trustee and learning a lot of some of the other wonderful and amazing programs that Compton College has to offer.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Well, I have another one. This is our time, right? Our whole time from the beginning to the end, right? I just want to make sure. Okay, so I have one other question unless somebody else has one. Nobody? Okay. We have one employee. And who did you say that is? As a board of trustees, we have one employee. Only one employee. Who is that?
Trustee Calhoun, I believe you're saying the one employee that the board of trustee is responsible for hiring is the president and the CEO.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
You're muted, President. If you're talking, Ms. Sonia, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Any additional before we move on?
Is this the last of the questions and we're getting ready to end?
Correct.
Okay. Ms. Doppler, Ms. Juanita Doppler, do you understand dual enrollment?
Yes, Trustee Calhoun, I do understand dual enrollment. I understand that students, I believe that there is a requirement, and I'm speaking mainly, I believe that the students that are in high school, for example, in order for them to be eligible to do that, I think they have to, they at least have to be passed in their present classes. So there's a minimum GPA requirement, I believe, of like 2.0. And if those students choose to, those students can take college classes concurrently with their high school classes. So those students, by the time they, get to, graduating high school, some of those students are graduating with a high school diploma as well as their associate's degree.
Thank you.
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right. Board members. Moving on. And Heather, if you don't mind clearing the clock. I know that I want to give your closing to Ms. Doppelmore. If you can, we can get a 2-minute warning. If there's anything you would like to say for closing.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chair Lopez. Yes, thank you, Chair Lopez, fellow members of the Board of Trustees, the President of the President and the CEO, Dr. Curry, members of the Compton Community College community. Again, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to interview and speak with you tonight. I am seeking the Board of Trustee Area 4 Compton Community College Board seat. I'm a youth advocate. I'm an active member in the community. Through my civic engagement, I've asked that you vote in consideration of my appointment this evening. The Community College Area 4 seat is it's diverse, it's vast. Residents are faced with looking to reclassify their jobs. Compton Community College is that institution that offers a wide variety and array of certification programs. Talking and speaking with those residents, I will take it personally to continue to advocate, just like with all the other, my civic engagement as well as communication. So I'm a fierce advocate, a quick learner, and I'm also dedicated to helping our residents and our students through education overcome poverty and fulfill their needs of continuing with their education. And thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you for that. Is there any public comment? The public may address the board regarding the candidate, subject to the board's regular limits for public comment. If you are on Zoom, you must raise your hand or put your name in the chat to let staff know you wish to make a comment. If you're calling in, please dial 9. I do not see any raised hands. I don't see any phone calls. Dr. Curry, has anyone messaged directly that they would like to address?
No, they have not.
All right. Seeing that there are no other members of the public that want to address the board on agenda item 4.01, let's move to agenda item 5.01, appointment of a provisional board member for trustee area 4. First, I'd like to thank the sole candidate for being willing to participate in this process. We understand that this is not easy to do what you have just done, and I think it is a testament to the sincere interest that you have in serving on the board of trustees, on the board for the benefit of our students. Is there a motion to appoint the candidate?
I make a motion that Miss Juanita Dopplemore is appointed to fill out the term left for trustee area 4.
Second.
There's been a motion on the floor. It's been moved by trustee Calhoun and seconded by trustee Ramos. Do we have any discussion, board members? Trustee Ramos.
No discussion. I'm ready to vote.
Trustee Calhoun.
No discussion.
Dr. Little. All right. If we could do a roll call, please.
Trustee Ramos,
Aye.
trustee Calhoun,
Aye.
Dr. Little, Dr. Little,
No,
If we could,
Huh?
I'm sorry. No worries. I'm having an issue with, can you hear me?
yes,
Okay. So go ahead. Can you repeat it? That's why I was like, no, I can't. I couldn't hear your last.
Dr. Little, we're currently voting on the motion of appointing
Yes.
the candidate.
Dr. Little, your vote?
Her vote was yes.
My vote was yes, Ms. Edwards. I apologize. Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, my
Trustee Lopez.
apologies.
And trustee Lopez,
You're muted, trustee Lopez. You're still muted.
Sorry, someone keeps muting me as I'm trying to unmute. Yes. All right, moving on to item number 6, oath
So
of office for Compton.
Trustee Lopez, want to make sure we're correct. And Aaron, just make sure we got this right. So the board approved the appointment. I'm going to insert the information into resolution 1214 to 2021, and that will be a part of the public record. Am I correct? Aaron?
Yes, I would recommend, the motion that was made was to appoint Ms. Dopplemore to fill out the term. I think that was the motion that was stated. If I would suggest confirming that all board members are in agreement to adopt the resolution as included in the board agenda, if that is the intent of the board.
So should there be a second? So we did the first vote for the appointment. Now should there be a motion to approve resolution number 1214 2021A that includes the new appointment?
If the board president wishes to entertain a motion on that, then a motion to that effect, then that would be appropriate if the board wishes to confirm that it is in agreement with the entirety of the resolution as included in the board packet. Yes. The action.
Board member. Oh, sorry. Go, Aaron.
Yeah, I was going to say simply the motion has been made and voted on to make the provisional appointment. But if the board wishes to confirm that it's in agreement with the entirety of the resolution as drafted and is included in the board packet, then the appropriate way to do that would be to entertain a motion to that effect.
Are you suggesting that we need to cancel the previous motion and just go with this resolution, or in addition, supplemental to what has already been voted on?
This would be in addition. This would be in addition.
Got it.
No, I
No
would
problem.
not suggest canceling or rescinding the prior action. The prior action has been taken and recorded.
Got it, most definitely. So board members, let me go back. The Board of Trustees appoint Juanita Doppelmore to serve as a member of Compton Community College District Governing Board until the next general election of board members and approval of Compton Community College District Resolution number 1214, 2021. 4A needs to be voted on. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second,
So it's been moved by Trustee Ramos and seconded by Trustee Calhoun. Trustee Ramos, do you have any questions?
No.
Trustee Calhoun?
no questions.
Dr. Little?
Just for clarification, so this resolution is indicating that with this appointment tonight, it will be in place until November, and then the candidate would then run herself. Is that the completion of, or is it a different time frame?
It's the completion of the remaining current,
Which is through November of this 2022.
correct.
Okay, so yes, I.
Ms. Edwards, can you do the roll call, please?
Trustee Ramos,
Aye.
Trustee Calhoun,
Aye.
Dr. Little,
I.
Trustee Lopez.
Aye. And so that is a majority of the vote. And so I think we move, Aaron, is there any other issues or before we move on to number 6?
No, not from my perspective. With the vote to approve the resolution, I think that completes the business with respect to item 5.01. Unless
Right,
Dr.
thank
Curry
you so
has
much.
anything else that he feels should be addressed at this time.
I'm going to move on then to item number 6, oath of office for Compton CCD Board of Trustees provisional appointment for trustee area 4. Oath of office. And is this, Aaron, would this be administered by Dr. Curry or myself?
The oath can be administered. There's a number of individuals who can administer the oath. As the board president, you have the you are an officer, an elected official, and able to administer the oath. I will confess I'm not certain what the district's tradition has been in that regard, in the case of any prior elections or appointments. But Trustee Lopez, you would have the authority to administer the oath as the board president.
Got it. Dr. Curry, do you mind sending over the script? Because I am looking through my documents.
share my
and I do not have that.
I'm going to share my screen.
That would be great. All right, Ms. Juanita Doppelmore, are you ready? If you can unmute yourself.
Yes, Chair Lopez.
All right, if you repeat after me, I, Juanita
Do I
Doppelmore.
have to raise my hand?
Yes, please. There's flex. I apologize if you could raise your hand, your right hand. All
It
right.
says just Zoom world.
If you repeat after me, I, Juanita Doppelmore,
I, Juanita Doppelmore,
do solemnly swear
do
or
solemnly
affirm
swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the United States of the United States
the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I will take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 7, oral reports. I will pass it on to Dr. Curry.
No report.
Moving on to item 7.02, Board of Trustees. I will open it up with Trustee Dopplemore.
What do
Trustee
I say now? Yes.
The floor is yours for you to say any oral comment or any comment at all. If there's none, you would say no report.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, everyone. I am excited. I am looking forward to this growth opportunity. Again, like I've stated, I am passionate about students and other adult learners in our community and out the state of California. This position, I will not take this position lightly. I am looking forward to walking the campus. I'm looking forward to advocating for students and recruiting students that are out in the community that are looking and trying to find their way. This is a beginning for them. This is their future, and I'm looking forward to helping to help them navigate it to begin their future, to eliminate and reduce poverty that our residents, not just in the state of California, but throughout all of our communities. So again, I just thank you so very much for this, for this opportunity. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your patience. As I try to go through and, try to calm my nerves. And I'm just so looking forward to this next chapter of service. Thank you so very much.
Trustee Ramos.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Trustee Dopplemore. And also, if we could please make sure on Dr. Curry that she's given the information, the dates for the next CCLC, California Community College League Conference for the one in January. I know they have the new trustee workshop, and I think that would be important for her to attend. Thank you.
Trustee Calhoun.
Congratulations, woo woo, welcome aboard, woo woo. And I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for having the courage to fill out that application. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I also, Dr. DeBoer LeBlanc said thank you very much for accepting the challenge and for applying for the application. And I just want to welcome you to the Compton College Board of Trustees. And you will see tomorrow night is a meeting.
Getting to work.
And not only that, prior to you resigning from any of your boards, before you resign from any of your boards, first see if it fits into your schedule, that you have with the college. And like Trustee Ramos says, we do have a conference in January. We have a conference in February. Dr. Curry will tell you all about it and have his staff reach out to you. And look forward to getting, wait a minute, what is it, Dr. Curry? A laptop and 2 monitors. But I just want to say thank you so much, Miss Juanita Dopplemore, for taking up the challenge. I have to stop. My dog.
Thank you, Trustee Calhoun. And also thank you, Trustee Ramos, for that.
Dr. Little.
Hello?
Or reports. That's where we're currently on.
Okay, I didn't hear you call my name.
Yes,
Is it my turn now? I just heard Trustee Calhoun finish. May I go now?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. I just want to congratulate as well our new trustee and welcome her to this board and thank her for her willingness to step up and to serve. And we look forward to having a very collegial and most importantly, productive partnership on behalf of Compton College and all of its great stakeholders. And that is the only oral report that I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Trustee Little.
Thank you so much. I do want to congratulate the new trustee and welcome aboard. And I do echo a lot of the sentiments that our board members have shared. And I want to open it up to Mr. Farrell, if there's anything for you to report.
Well, I would just like to say welcome and thank you for joining us and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farrell.
All right, moving on to item number 8. The next regularly scheduled Board of Trustees meeting is Wednesday, December 15th. Closed session begins at 4. Open session begins at 5. We have no adjournments. It is 5:20 and this meeting is ended. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Once
Good night,
again,
all.
welcome, welcome,
Bye,
Juanita
thank you.
Moore. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Trustee Calhoun. Thank you, fellow trustee board members.
You're welcome. Hey, Susan Adams, Bruce, thanks for joining, and any other community person that I missed.
You're welcome.